there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is an Empties video for the months of September and October. I have $109 worth of makeup empties to share and a couple other skincare and body care products as well. Like always, I'm going to put everything on the floor and sort it into categories so you get a little sneak peek of what we're going to be talking about today. Let's get started with makeup because it's my favorite part. The first product I want to talk about is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I used up a full size of this. I really like it. It's one of my favorite setting sprays. I like this and the Skindinavia Bridal version. I think they're essentially the same product. So whichever one I can get for cheaper is the one that I pick up. There is a duo of this worth $42, I think both on the Ulta and the Sephora websites. So if you have a 20% off coupon, I would recommend getting the duo right now instead of buying one of these full price for $32. And also Skindinavia usually has 25% off sales on their website like at least a couple times a year. So I recommend signing up for the Skindinavia emails. They'll send you an email whenever they're having another 25% off promo. And Skindinavia offers 8-ounce bottles as well as 4-ounce bottles. So if you're the kind of person who uses it all the time, I think cheapest per ounce is getting an 8-ounce bottle for 25% off. I think it's a good product. If I find it again for a really good deal, I'll probably repurchase. But for now, I do have a Skindinavia version that I'm using right now. I have two mini mascaras. These came in a little set. I think it's still available on the Sephora website. It has a Tarte, Hourglass, Kush, Too Faced, and Urban Decay mini mascara, and in that box has a voucher for a full-size mascara. So I used my voucher to get full size of the Hourglass Caution Extreme because it's my favorite one that I've tried from the set. I'm pretty sure most of them are slightly smaller than a regular travel size mascara because for me these did dry up right around the 2-month mark. The Hourglass one dried up right after I filmed my last empties, and this one dried up within 2 months time as well. I'm not a fan of the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I think that the brush is just way too big for my eye, and so it is a little bit messier, and I don't think it does a lot to hold a curl. It doesn't really do a lot for volume, at least for me, so it's not something that I'm a huge fan of, and it's not something I would buy again. But the Hourglass one I did really like. I like the wand, I like the formula, and I think it works really nicely with the type of lashes that I have and what I prefer. The brush isn't too spiky and uncomfortable. It's not too big that I get it all over my eye whenever I apply it. And like I said, I did use my voucher to get a full size of this. I most likely wouldn't purchase an Hourglass full size mascara because without the voucher, it's $29 for full price. It's just not something I'm willing to spend on something that I usually get rid of after 3 or 4 months. I know they sell mini sizes of this as well, so maybe in the future, if I want to come back to it, I would purchase the travel size. I have a tinted lip balm here from Catrice. All of the lettering has ripped off on it, and I did dig out of the middle so I could get everything out of it. I have raved about this before. I think it's a wonderful product. It's like $4.99 on the Ulta website. Usually they have buy one get one half off sales as well, and I usually stock up. I get this and I get a deeper shade. I think it's called Graceful Lips. There is a third option that's sparkly. I wouldn't recommend getting that one. I don't like it. I gave that one to my mom because she likes sparkly lip products and I don't. But this one is really nice. It's a little bit lighter than my natural lip color, so it does kind of make a little bit of like a frosty, milky pink look on my lips. It's nourishing. It does have a slight minty feeling, but it doesn't taste like anything, and it really goes away quickly. It doesn't bother me at all. Usually I'm not a fan of minty lip products, and I can't rave about this enough. I've absolutely repurchased. I have a foundation here, and if you can see, I really did scrape everything out of it that I could. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I'm the shade 1.05. This has a slight olive undertone, but it is pale enough for my skin. When I was on vacation, I didn't get any sun on my face and neck because I did wear an SPF hat and I wore SPF pretty regularly, but I did get some sun on my arms, and it has made it significantly darker than my face. So right now I have the 1.05 shade that I repurchased, plus a deeper shade, I think in the shade 2.15. It's got a slightly cooler undertone, but it's deeper, so I'm using it as a deepening shade, mixing them together so that I can better match my hands. This is one of my favorite foundations. I want to always have this in my makeup collection at some point because it's just a really great fallback product. It always makes my skin look nice. I can just use one pump all over my face, using my fingers to massage it in for like everyday wear for like work and stuff. But if I do want to add more coverage, I can use 2 pumps, once again with my fingers, and it always just makes my skin look nice. It can be difficult to find foundations that are pale enough for me and have a slightly olive undertone without being just straight up yellow. I do appreciate that. It is $36, but for me it's worth every penny. And I did talk about how many pumps it took to use an entire bottle of this in one of my how long does it take to use up makeup videos. So if you'd like to see how much it costs per use and if it would be something that's considered a good value for you, I would recommend checking out that video. My last makeup product is from Marc Jacobs, and it is one of their highliners in the shade Blacker. I only had a little bit of this left, and then it ended up breaking off. I don't remember how it happened. It was probably my error. I don't think it was anything with the packaging. I don't prefer eyeliners that are in retractable packaging for that reason, because I feel like they're more prone to breakage versus using a sharpenable pencil. But I do love the formula for this. I think it's a really high quality product. It is $29, but if you just use it on your inner rim line, on your upper lash line like I do, then it's something that you can get a ton of use out of. I do plan on repurchasing this once I use up some Milani pencil liners that I have in my collection. This is fantastic. I would like to get the black shade again and maybe the dark brown shade. I do have some face creams here. I actually have 4. I didn't use up 4 within the last 2 months. They were all kind of on their last leg. The first one is the Embryolisse Lait Cream Concentrate. This is a fantastic product. I love using it. It's fantastic in the winter whenever my skin needs a lot of moisture. It's a very moisturizing formula without being greasy, but it is heavy duty. If you have oily skin, I don't know if this would be the best for you unless you used it as a night cream. I get this from the Derm Store website, and I have definitely repurchased. The next one I have is the Kopari Coconut Face Cream. I've used up a travel size of this before and talked about it in a past Empties. I think it's a really nice product, but it is expensive. So even though I like the formula, it's not something that I think is worth the money, so I probably won't repurchase. I have a Yes to Blueberries Daily Repairing Moisturizer. I have been trying to find this for the longest time. I finally found it on the Vitacost website, and this was a very disappointing product. I didn't like it. It left a really weird white cast on my skin, and it took forever to blend it in so that it went away. So if you are a person of color, I do not think that this would work for you at all unless you really took the time to like massage it into your skin until it was gone. It was in an airless pump packaging, which was nice, but whenever you did one pump, a ton of product came out. So I would have to use it on my neck, on my hands, and I just felt like I had to use a lot of it every single time. It was really difficult to just do like half a pump. Something with the packaging made it really hard to do. So I feel like I went through this very quickly. I think it was like $15 or $16. I didn't love the scent, and I also just didn't love the formula or the texture. I didn't think it was that nice feeling. It did an okay job at moisturizing my skin, but everything else about the experience of using this product wasn't that great. So it's not something I would recommend, and it's definitely not something I would repurchase. And the last one is the e.l.f. Hello Hydration Face Cream. This is with hyaluronic acid and peptide complex. Full price, this is $12. You can get it for $6 during the e.l.f. half off sales, which is what I'm waiting for to buy another one. I love this. This is a fantastic cream. I used every tiny little bit, and I actually did get quite a bit of use out of it. So it's not like, oh, it's a $6 cream, but there's only half an ounce in it. There's 1.8 ounces, which is pretty good. This is so nice. It's so versatile. It makes a really great night cream if you add a little bit more, but it's also light enough that you can add a light layer and use it during the day as well. It's fantastic. I really like this. I think you should definitely try this if you're on the market for a new moisturizer. And of course, I did track how many uses it took for me to finish each of these, so I will be having a video coming out pretty soon with all of my calculations of cost per use of each one and which one is the best value for your money. I think I have a 5th cream as well, so I'll have either 4 or 5 moisturizers to talk about in that video, so please stay tuned. But yeah, out of all of these, I would say my favorite is the e.l.f., second favorite is the Embryolisse, third favorite is Kopari, and least favorite is the Yes to Blueberry one. I know the Yes to Blueberry one has a really great eye cream that people like, so if you can tell me where I can find that, I would still like to try that because I do hear really good things about the eye cream. Speaking of eye cream, I have one here from Derma E. It's the Firming Derma E Eye Lift, and I did cut it open so I could get everything out of it that I could. And this is good. I think I bought this and another Derma E Eye Cream when they were buy one get one half off on the Ulta website. I did like this. I'm on the market for a new eye cream if anyone has any recommendations. As much as I want to try the banana eye cream from Ole Henriksen, I'm just very hesitant to spend $38 on an eye cream. I know Andrea Mattiano raves about it, and I definitely trust her recommendations, but it just kind of hurts to have to spend that much on an eye cream. This one I think is the same size as the Ole Henriksen one, but it's $20 instead of $38, so it's half the price, and it's something I can easily grab from the Ulta website whenever they have 20% off sales. So I'll probably just pick up another one of these in the meantime, but if you have any recommendations for more affordable eye creams that do a nice job of moisturizing your under eyes, please let me know. I have a face sponge here. I didn't wash it. This is the NYX face sponge. I like that it was black. I like that it didn't show stains as easily as some of the lighter sponges that I own and use. I also love that it has a flat edge here. I would use a lot on my under eyes. But the one thing I didn't like about this is towards the end of its life, after I would wash it, I would use it on my under eyes to set concealer, and little black pieces of sponge would get on my face. And if I'm using it on cream products, it's kind of hard to get those off my face, and that's kind of how I knew that it was on its way out. So I didn't love that. I feel like it got nicked up a lot faster than some of the other sponges that I have. I have some beauty blenders that I've had for like over a year and they're still in perfectly good condition, and I do make sure to sanitize them regularly, so there's not a sanitation issue there. But yeah, the quality of those I just think are better than this one, so I probably won't buy another one of these. I have a face mist here. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's the Aqua Blast Hydrating Beauty Mist with hyaluronic acid and aloe vera. I did talk about this in a best and worst facial mist video that I did probably almost a year ago now, if not like 8 months. And this was one of my lesser favorite ones. I thought it was just okay. I don't love the sprayer. It's very intense, so it's kind of like a hose at your face, which isn't the nicest feeling, especially early in the morning. It's formulated without parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, petrolatum, or sulfates, which is good. I think sometimes this goes on sale for like $5 on the Ulta website, but in general it wasn't my favorite and it's not something I would repurchase. The last skincare type item is this lash serum. It's a mini from the brand Babe Lash. This was a gift from my fiance's mom, and she uses it and she loves it, so she recommended that I use it because she knows sometimes I like to get lash lifts and tints because I'm not really excited about my super thin blonde straight down lashes. I like to do what I can to give them a little bit more of something. I did contact Babe Lash to see if they're cruelty free, and from the way that they answered my questions, I do believe that they are cruelty free, so it is something I would definitely buy again. I actually saw a difference after about 5 or 6 weeks of using this every morning and night. I could tell that my lashes were longer, and I don't know if they were thicker necessarily, but it just felt like they just looked better. I did have some bald spots right on my left eye, just right on the inner corner. I just had some lashes that either fell out or they got pulled out. Maybe I was being too harsh with my eye, but I just had very noticeable gaps in my lash line, and these helped the hairs to grow back faster. And then what I did after about using this for 5 weeks or so, I got a lash lift and tint right before my trip, and the lash lift and tint plus the serum together made my eyes look like they had never looked before. It was amazing. If I could have my eyes look like that all the time, I definitely would. So I definitely need to get my hands on a full size of this. I think it's fantastic. I don't know if the Grande Lash or the other lash serums out there are cruelty free, so if you're looking for a CF option, I think this is a great place to start. I'm not really sure where you can find Babe Lash. It might just be a salon exclusive because my fiance's mom does work in a salon. So I'll have to get back to you on where you can find this. Hopefully it's easy to find. I only have 4 more products. The first one is a shampoo from the Body Shop. It is the Ginger Scalp Care Shampoo for dry, flaky scalp. This is a clarifying shampoo. It smells like ginger, so if you don't like the way ginger smells, don't get this, but I thought this was a really nice clarifying shampoo. It is something that I've already repurchased. I have another one in my shower. I do have seborrheic dermatitis on my scalp, so I do use prescription shampoos most of the time. Whenever I'm not using them, I tend to use cream cleansers or other shampoos that are less harsh on my scalp, but sometimes I really want to get in there and get buildup out. Maybe I used a lot of dry shampoo or something like that. I'll use a clarifying shampoo. I think this is a great option. 3 more products left. Next is a deodorant from Certain Dry. It's the Everyday Strength Clinical Antiperspirant in Morning Fresh. It's the solid version. Love it. Already repurchased it. It's a great antiperspirant that is also cruelty free and relatively affordable. And I think you can find this at like Rite Aid, Target. Most drugstores carry this brand, which is really great. I have a body wash here. I purchased this thinking that Method was a cruelty-free brand, but it's not, which is unfortunate because I bought like 2 more bottles after I got this one and realized I loved it. I got it from the Vitacost website. Method is just one of those brands that I just automatically assumed was, and I didn't do my proper research, or maybe I thought I had done my research when I hadn't, and I made the mistake. It was the Magnolia scent, which I freaking love Magnolia, and it was just a really nice body wash. You got a ton of product for pretty cheap, and I just wish I could recommend it to you. After I finish the other Method body washes that I have, I'll continue to use the Everyman Jack Cedarwood body wash, the body wash from the Body Shop, the strawberry scent specifically, and a friend of mine just gave me a sample of the Lush Olive Branch body wash, and I really like that. It's not currently on the website, so it's probably seasonal, but when that comes back in stock, I will also probably get that. And the last one is the one I'm the most proud of. It's the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. I have had this for almost 2 years, and it's taken me almost 2 years to use up. It took me so long to use up that I had to put it into a project pan to make sure that I finished it before it expired. I love the way this smells. This is fantastic. If it comes in a set, or if I can find it at a reasonable price, I probably would repurchase because the scent really is worth the hype, at least to me. And if you put it on your legs and then wake up the next day, you'll still smell like it and it'll be on your sheets. It's a really nice experience, and it's also a good texture. It's moisturizing without being greasy or heavy. I do think I'm gonna try the Body Shop body yogurt, probably in the strawberry scent. I asked in my last Project Pan update on Sunday what you guys thought of the body yogurts, because I'd never heard anything about them, but I thought they would be more lightweight than the body butters from the Body Shop, which I don't like at all because those are like thick. And a lot of people said that they really liked the formula for that, so I'll probably pick up the strawberry one instead of this, and who knows, maybe I'll come back to this. It is really hard not to come back to it, but the price is kind of holding me back. So those are all the products I have to talk about today. I do think I'm going to continue doing my empties every 2 months. I just feel like I have plenty of products to talk about. It's a longer video and I have more makeup empties to talk about in each one. And it also means that instead of doing an empties video every month, every other month, I have one more slot that I can put a different video in so I can get all of my ideas out. Let me know if you've used up anything exciting in the past month or two, but in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!